The cost of living has gone sky high since COVID. You go in the shop today with $1,000 and you could get a good amount of goods. You come out, you go back next week, you can only get 3/4 of the goods you got the last time. That cost of living is having an impact on how people feel about the wages that they earn and how they feel about their future. So the next phase of your government, having solved the economic issues, is now to pay attention to managing the cost of living. When you talk about cost of living, you talk about the cost of food. You talk about the cost of transportation. You talk about the cost of education. You talk about the cost of healthcare. You talk about the cost of housing. Those are the 5 major things. Also, any other cost you're concerned about? The cost of electricity. Anything else you leave off? Come on, man. The water problem is not the cost of it. The water problem is access to it, to get the water to your house. But let's talk about the other cost, the cost of food. So we are going to develop a plan to ensure that persons who cannot afford what we consider to be the basic necessity for nutrition, that we are able to give them some support so that they can get the necessary basic nutrition in their homes.
The Prime Minister finally admit that cost of living is sky high. The Prime Minister finally admit that cost of living is too high. But the Prime Minister don't want to take the blame for cost of living gone sky high. The Prime Minister don't want to take the blame, for cost of living gone sky high, Instead, he must blame it on Big C. He must blame it upon the pandemic, what them did have. That's why he must blame it upon. That is the Prime Minister excuse that at the pandemic, the Big C it cost of living for gone sky high. Now, if you don't realize, man, the Prime Minister is a man like this that will not take blame for nothing at all what him do. Him not go ever take blame for what him do. But him go always blame somebody else or blame it upon something else. I saw the Prime Minister work. I saw him go to work. Just like with him bank account them. Him statutory declaration. Instead of him admit that he is a criminal. What am I trying to do? Intimidate the Integrity Commission. Have people are sent threat to the Integrity Commission, allegedly. But, Prime Minister, the Integrity Commission say to tell you, say, he is not afraid of you and he is not afraid of the intimidation. Him not take no bribe from you. And, again, the people him was send unalive threat to him. Him not scared of them because he will not lose his integrity because of you. Him not go lose him moral because of you. And him not go drop him standard because of you. And these people will see to it that you, Prime Minister and Holines, go to prison because he's a damn criminal. Cost of living going sky high. And you rob the poor same way. You know wicked, man? You're wicked. And people, if you don't want to see Andrew Holines go to prison, like the video and say prison time for the Prime Minister. If you don't want to see the evil Prime Minister go to prison, like the video, get it to 2,000 likes and say prison time for the Prime Minister. Bless up to my viewers and my subscribers them. May hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful evening. Now my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first. In every and any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray, because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now, my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update, so you definitely don't want to miss none of it. So leave a like on this video, give it a thumbs up, and watch the video until the end. Alright? Low turnout for by-election in Northeast Center. We soon forward. So welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers them. Big up to all of my viewers, big up to all of my subscribers them. We continually support the channel and help the channel to grow. Now, remember to leave a like on this video. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you're a new viewers, first time on my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell, so whenever we drop new content, you will be first to be notified. Share the content with a friend, a family, a loved one. Share it on your social media platform. And viewers and subscribers, we are on our way to 100,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed yet, now is the right time for you to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell for new content. Also share the video to a family, a friend, and your status. Anyway you can share it. Alright? Now, people, it come like I say, if PNP now contest to something in our work out. Because over there, in the by-election, over Northeast Center, a 5% voter turnout. 5% of voters turn out over there in Northeast Center. They must struggle to get voters to come out. And just 5% of the people them turn out in the people. Just for sure you say the people them of Jamaica no want to see the Jamaican Lion Party. Them no want to see Andrew Holines and him thief in friend them. The people of Jamaica fed up and tired of these evil people. When you look, Headman Bartlett down there, Andrew down there, Juliet down there, every one of them down there. But yet still, them couldn't pull a crowd over there in Northeast Center. And all of the Labour Party go down there. Everybody go down there in support of Matthew Shamuda. And they could not get a voters turnout. Nobody no go out there to go see them. A 5% of voters turnout over there in Northeast Center. And that is a message to the Jamaican Lion Party, that the people of Jamaica now come to realize that the whole of them are evil, the whole of them are devil, the whole of them are thief, the whole of them are some wicked set of people. And we are going to get rid of them once and for all. We are going to vote them out once and for all and send the whole of them to prison. One is a wicked set of son of a whoosh wash. Remember, check these people.
In contrast to the usual bustle of an election day, the polling station here at the Priory Primary School stands unusually quiet. Now, the hum of democracy has been replaced by a calmness, with only a few constituents wandering in to cast their ballots. However, Member of Parliament for East Central St. James, Edmund Bartlett, who is here to show support for his colleague Matthew Shamuda, is optimistic that there will be improvements as the day progresses.
I know that there are strategies geared at enabling a strengthening of the turnout in the next few hours.
Now, there are three candidates vying for St. Ann Northeast. Independent candidate David Anderson, the JLP's Matthew Shamuda, and Chase Neal of the United Independence Congress UIC. Now, as you can see, they are mostly supporters clad in green. However, I understand that one voter has turned up to show support for one of the independent parties. Now, Mr. Shamuda believes the opposition People's National Party's decision to not contest the seat was a major influencing factor for the voter turnout.
No, despite the decision not to formally contest, the mischief of nominating an independent candidate is why you actually have an election today, and it's all part of the democratic process. By-elections, statistically from as far back as the 1940s, do attract a lower turnout. They're usually between 20 and 30%. Now, if you go to the by-elections where you have a boycott of sorts from whoever the opposition is of the day, usually drop to between 10 and 15%.
No, people, this a really joke. So Matthew Samuda blame Mark Golding and the PNP for a lower voter turnout because they did not contest the by-election. But you have two people that contested Matthew Samuda. Your labor right people them shouldn't come out. But unfortunately, no labor right now. They have 1 and 2 people, me see, a walk up and down. So your labor right supporters, them shouldn't come out. You can't blame Mark Golding and the PNP for something what them not do. You shouldn't be able to pull the crowd. And all of the people that come down, the Andrew Wallace, Juliet Holiness, Edmund Bartlett, and the whole of them will come support you, shouldn't be able to pull the crowd. You no have no excuse. Just admit the fact that Jamaican people done with you know, them no want to see you know, and the only people who left to support you know, I like done said one them, we no want not alive. Are them alone left to support you know? How can we support a party when no support we? Eh? You are against the people and the people of Jamaica see it now. And that is why you get a lower voters turnout. So stop blaming PNP and Mark Golding for your low voters turnout. That is madness, bro. That not gonna work out. Time come for your change. And you, Matthew Samuda, me send a message to people and tell them say you're evil. Because remember, when the people them voting out in the local government election, what you do? You lock off the water upon the people them. You are evil. Go away.
Last year, Jamaica embarked upon a formal process of constitutional reform. The people were excluded from the design of the process, and the people did not trust it. The PNP is very clear on our positions on points of principle. Our representatives on the committee that they established did not sign the report of that committee because we did not agree and we do not agree with some of its recommendations. And I will share some of those issues with you now. First, the reformed constitution will establish the role of a president to replace the Governor General. We have no problem with that. The president will play a critical role in appointments to sensitive positions of state. And that president must be perceived as independent of partisan politics. The president must enjoy the trust and confidence of the society as a whole. Therefore, if there is no consensus between the government and the opposition on who the person should be as president, the PNP does not support the appointment being made by a simple majority vote in Parliament. That effectively is what the majority of that committee have recommended. That would compromise the independence, trust, and confidence that the president must enjoy. And I say, no way, that is not in the interest of Jamaica. We also insist that an impeachment procedure should be included in the reformed constitution to hold delinquent politicians to account. The two parties were originally committed to this. I tabled a revised impeachment bill in Parliament in April 2021, over 3 years ago. But this government has chosen to ignore it for 1,237 days. Accountability is not a priority for them, as it is for the PNP. The JLP has flip-flopped and impeachment has been excluded from the report of that Constitutional Reform Committee. We support full decolonization now, not a piecemeal approach. No more foreign king as our head of state. and no more inaccessible final court on the other side of the world that decides our laws in the name of a foreign king. We want a final court that is accessible to our people so that they can get justice. And the Caribbean Court of Justice, the CACJ, is doing this for the people of Barbados, Guyana, Belize, Dominica, and St. Lucia. And those countries are doing well. Time come for the Jamaican people to have the fundamental right of access to high quality justice at the highest level.
So again, people, this whole thing with Andrew Holines 28 bank account, it gone international. And when I say international, it depends international news like BBC and all of them news overseas. It gone international pan international news. And according to what the international news are saying is that this man can get into serious trouble after the investigation complete. According to the foreign news is that Andrew Holines I look on a serious amount of jail time for tax fraud, for fraudery, and all of them little something there, people. And when you look, and you see the wicked labor right them, I support and I back this man for them, tell him, say, step aside, because you're in a serious problem. They are the ones supporting this government. They are the ones supporting Andrew Holines with him wrongs. But it grab international attention now, and it depend the international news. So let me see how them are go angle this one and how far them can sweep this one go. Because the Integrity Commission say they are not gonna ease up Andrew Holines. And all of the check them what them are sent to the Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission and make sure say them keep all of the evidence and the bribe. What them are trying to bribe. The Integrity Commission, them are keep those evidence to back up themselves. So, Andrew Holines and him administration, all me can tell you say, you are sink on yourself in a more mess than what you in already. Leave the Integrity Commission alone. Stop from trying to intimidate the Integrity Commission. The other day, one bus slow down or two bus slow down, pack up on yourself, go and the Integrity Commission office. A fool on the people them. I try to intimidate them. If you don't have nothing to hide, if you don't look at thief in people and have nothing to hide, why you not provoke the Integrity Commission? Why? If you don't have nothing at all hiding, I don't know so no money straight. Right? You don't know so no straight. You don't know in no fraudery. Why you not attack the Integrity Commission? Why you not check the Integrity Commission? Why you want to take them life? All I can say is that, remember, international spotlight upon you now, Mr. Brodevil. The international spotlight is on you now. And people from all over the world, I see the kind of corruption, the type of dirtiness where you're going with in other country. Yeah. So, I can say to all of your little troops them, your bad boys them you have in a parliament, the little criminal them, time a come. Time a come. Just remember that. The Jamaican people them, they see what go on. And what happened over there in Northeast Centre is just a little signal for sure to say, time come for no go home. Time come for no go to prison. Just remember that. When it's a set of criminal, a set of concubine, a set of me no know what to call, go, wicked. Stop rob the Jamaican people them. Stop it. You know, look good. But people stay to thought on that down below in the comment section. And as usual, people, leave a like on this video. Give this video a thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet. And turn on the post notification bell for new content. Alright?
Greetings, TikTok. Greetings, I'm action now, JA. Big up on yourself, So, I've been following a recent development, regarding the recommendation or the referral of the Integrity Commission, right, to have the Prime Minister's statutory declaration, further investigated by the TAJ, Tax Administration of Jamaica, and the Financial Investigation Division of the Ministry of Finance. right? And yes, while I understand that the Integrity Commission could be possibly weaponized or is being weaponized by the People's National Party, right? We have no substantial evidence that this is the case. While it is believed that members of the director or members, high management in the Integrity Commission are supporters of the People's National Party, we really don't have any substantive evidence that their action is aligned with their political agenda. You understand? But what I can see clearly by the government administration is that there is a deliberate attempt to block the information or to block the revelation of this report. This process of integrity, of certification of the Prime Minister's integrity and character. I see a deliberate attempt to block the revelation from the people. Now I want to ask the JLP supporters a question. If your leader, if your Prime Minister, if your president is clean, why are you objecting to due process? Why are you objecting to allow the recommendation of the IC to follow? If he's clean, let it follow. That is the only way you can prove that the IC, the Integrity Commission, is not being weaponized by the PNP, right? And that the Prime Minister is clean and his integrity, his honesty, his accountability is intact. But this blatant, this every turn we see government MPs are object to recommendation that will prove to us, the voters, that my Prime Minister is clean, is a man of unquestionable character. This is saying, them a hide something a hide, right? So this is what it's saying. Something a hide, because if the PNP Integrity Commission say, do this, do it, but you're objecting, it simply means that something is there that you don't want the people to see. It's clear as day. And that is why I would never, I'm wanting to tag the Prime Minister in this. I'm wanting to tag some JLP blogger like Chops Media, like Chuck Findlay, tag them in it. Their leader, the whole of them have Andrew as a god, and that is why they believe that his action is blameless. It is without scrutiny, because he's a God. Only God up in heaven is perfect and without fault. Much less Andrew, and they might behave like Andrew is a God. His action is always perfect. Don't to God make mistake. God repent, say make man. Much less Andrew Holines. Something, they are hiding something. They don't want us to see something. Something is hiding. And again, while I understand that the IC could be weaponized, could be weaponized by the PNP, the PNP organization, we have no proof of that. But if they recommend something, me not see why they object to it. I don't see why they object to it. And then you have the Minister of Justice, Chuck, the Minister of Justice, Delroy Chuck, want force the Prime Minister's statutory declaration to be certified under force. Chuck, you try to sit down. You see the ministry where you preside over, or chaka and slappy. And they say you have to focus and stop defend on leader whose integrity is shady. This is proving, Headmund Bartlett, the whole of this is proving that your Prime Minister's integrity is shaky and cannot be trusted, because everything that should prove to us that this man is clean, it is being objected by the same government side, because they have majority in the parliament. So what that a proof to me? If you're good, smarty, prove to we say you're good. But the process of proving that you're good, you're object to it. That simply means say, you know what we see, your true colors. Tell me what you think. Cause maybe me a fool.
Well, me only hope say the rest of people when not make up their mind yet will make up their mind now that the Prime Minister can admit that people get low income with a sky high cost of living. The man say cost of living are so high, he can't believe. Say it is so high. And then take it and turn it around and the big C, the pandemic, that him a blame. So people open up on the eyes. Him can't tell no lie no longer. So they even though him twist it and tell lie again, him just have to admit that cost of living is too high and people get too little bit of money to pay. So people state a thought and down below in the comment section. I am going to leave you with this video and you guys can leave your honest opinion on this video. Let me know what you thought about what this man is actually saying about homeschooling and about them teaching you how to be successful in life and not to become a slave master. All right, check it out.
So you read a comment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and the comment say, I'm not understanding the concept of homeschooling. What if them not have CXC? What if them this or that?
Well, what them not understand about full concept of homeschooling, all right, is the whole idea is to get away from slavery, all right, is to teach the children them a form of education that allows them to escape the 9-to-5 slavery, but everybody is caught in and think that's normal and actually should be. Yeah, so we are trying to teach them, if you work for anybody else, whether an individual or a corporation, you're a slave. All right, you might not want to look at it that way. You might want to feel like you're an accountant, but you're actually a slave. If you don't work, you don't get paid. All right, so we're trying to teach them how to be slave masters. Well, you're either a slave or you're a slave master. All right, and I'd rather be a slave master than a slave any day. Because you can be a good slave master or you can be an awful slave master.
Okay.
But a slave is a slave and the slave always depends on the receiving end. All right? So we're trying to teach them what you need, because school don't teach you how to be a slave master. It teaches you how to be a slave.
Okay.
So if you want to be a slave master, don't go to school.
Okay.
Just send your kids to school if you want them to be a slave master. If you want them to be a slave, send them to school and they'll learn how to regurgitate information when they're called upon. All right, but if you want them to think for themselves, create something that they can pass on to the generations that will build wealth for them, now send them go to school. All right, and so my kids nothing have to be slave. So that's why we are trying to track where we depend, and we're not guaranteed anything. But one thing we know say, them pants them not draw down and show them body.
Okay.
All right. And when we tell them to do something, them do it. And all of them around me, I can't count for them, I can't count for what them are do. Yeah. And I give thanks, I love them. Yeah.
Okay.
So now, I don't want to feel like being a slave master means that you don't work for other people. Because you can't master over anybody unless you've mastered whatever you have a master. Alright? So it is to work for other people as long as you're going to learn a set skill is necessary, yeah, to master over anybody. So I believe in a like where people do apprenticeships and learn a skill that will carry them through and that they can pass on. And my real belief, if you want to ask me, I really believe about education. I think every individual, whether them go to high school or college or not, to learn a practical skill. Whether it is like plumbing, welding, anything where practical and useful. Yeah, everybody needs to learn that. Because that's our salt and backbone of society. Yeah, but if you go to school, I know too many young men and young women who graduate high school, sit around, because during the formative years, they never did learn a skill. They learn to sit on them butt and use them brain to do absolutely nothing. all right, shuffle around numbers and words and regurgitate useless information. Where if them did learn one skill, when them graduate high school, them could have earned money right away. Enough people graduate high school and them don't know what them really want to do when them go to college. Or you're going to get indebted in a college and you don't really know what you want to do. So if you had a skill, you could be earning until you figure out exactly what you want to do. All right? And if you never want to go to college, you could be earning. Me know a young man, when I was in high school, he get kicked out in my 10th grade and he went to reform school. After that, he got to prison. All right? He had no college. He didn't graduate high school. Now, when me leave college and come back home, this young man had 27 people working for him. He owned multiple apartment buildings. All right? So, in a school, are the ingredient for success. All right? You have to street smart. You have to learn how to do business. You have to learn how to satisfy the wants. All right? Yeah, and the needs of customers. You can't just have your idea and not go push that down people's throat and think that people know what they need. And so when you give people what they need, people give them money. And so I believe in studying people's psychology, understanding them needs, and you have always have a market for your product. Yeah.
So next question. When you say accountant, you're a slave. But not if you work for yourself as an accountant.
If you own an accounting firm, all right, and you don't have to go to work because you have other accountants and managers running your accounting firm, you're not a slave. But if you have to get up every day and go to work, even if you own the business, you're still a slave. You're a slave to your own business. And you're not really free from your business until you have people do every single step along the way. And whatever left over is yours. All right? And if you're smart enough to create it in a way where enough are go left over, so you never have to even think about work. Yeah? So you have to create a system where you can come out of it totally and still profit. That is how you escape slavery. And as long as you create that system, if you have to get up and go to work every day, you're still a slave. So don't think because you start a small business, you escape slavery. You just become an even worse slave because you have to work 18, 20 hours a day in that business. You have to create it in a way where you can come out of it 100% and your business still operate and make your money. I challenge that to life. If you have a really good IQ and you're very smart, outside of like book smart, intellectual smart, you can make that happen. So many people have master's degrees and PhDs and them still have to get up and go to work because your brain is a pea brain. You only know how to regurgitate. You don't know how to think. And you don't know how to react to what the market wants. All right? So you can only go and apply for a job from somebody else that is going to pay you. All right? So no matter how many degrees you get, you're still going to be a slave. You only break free when you create a system that pulls you out of slavery.
Okay. Thank you very much.